No, here we go. Oh. I'm waiting patiently for Trey Songz. Y'all know I can't sing. My voice is the bomb. Girl, I can't sing though.
Just leave it on there.
Hello. How are you? Good. Can you hear me okay? Thank you. Thank you.
I can hear you really good. Probably better than
Okay.
me because you got the AirPods on.
Okay, cool. I know you've had a day already, so we'll hop into it. This will
I
be
ain't
for the
no,
radio
no.
station, so I'll give us a quick little intro and we'll roll. Hey, it's Mia Banks inside a midday coffee break with none other than, correct me now if I'm wrong. Is it still Mr. Still Your Girl or is it Ladies Love Trey? Which one is it now? Trey Song.
You call it. You call it.
That's
It's all good.
that's what I'll do. You know, I'm single, so I don't need you to steal me. I'm just saying. I'm just thought I'd throw that out there.
It's
Listen though, so
stolen if
you
it's given.
say it again.
I said it ain't stolen if it's given, right?
Hey. So you have so much going on to celebrate as well. Like you're coming off of, I guess you're going into your 11th year of Ready being debuted to the people. You've been in the game for like 15 plus years. Fun fact, you used to come do our Juneteenth celebration in Little Rock. I don't know if you recall that. This was back Braids, just got to make it. Okay. Yeah, so we always used to look forward to you being in our city and we appreciate you for always showing us love. So
Well, shout out to
you
Lil also just for even having that celebration before. Juneteenth was a big thing this year, probably the biggest Juneteenth
yeah.
celebration ever. but it's special that, like you said, I remember coming a few times and us having a celebration, and not even myself being a young man understanding the importance of it in that moment. So that
Yeah,
was dope.
that is dope. Tell me how you've been holding up. And are you in Virginia still, or where are you
Mhm.
now? How you been holding
Yeah,
up with the pandemic? Two pandemics, basically.
right. Well, one of the pandemics has been here everlasting forever.
Right? We're
You
gonna get
know,
into that.
and the coronavirus, I think, gave people time to recenter and people time to actually see that the importances of life in so many different ways. I think
Yeah.
as your world is put on pause along with the rest of the world being put on pause, you start to realize what's important, realize who's there for you, realize who's not, who's there for which reasons, et cetera, et cetera. Myself, I've actually been able to be very productive in this
Okay.
time. Productive in my relationships with my business relationships, my family, and furthermore, just tap in closer to my relationship with myself and figure out more who I
Facts.
am as time every day passes. And just
Yeah.
with the pandemic that I spoke about earlier, like COVID just gave us a break from realizing that racism is the biggest plague this country has ever faced. So uh,
Yeah.
within that, I think everybody being at home, having been out of work, having been dealt with money losses, having dealt our community
Out
being
of school.
really affected by the losses and the sickness within itself, uh, gave the world a time to pause and actually have to pay attention
Right?
to racism
Yeah.
that's here. Because I think that in these moments, it's usually so many things that can take your mind off of something, but
Right.
it's less of the okay, that happened yesterday. Now I gotta go to work. I gotta pick the kids up. I gotta this. I gotta this. I gotta this. So many people have so many things to focus on in the normalcy of their lives that I think was changed around this time, and I think that's why we're beginning to see the needle of change incrementally. But and truth be told, like the news won't tell you, but it's still protests every day. It's still people standing up every day in multiple cities, and I think that's due to COVID, like the actual ability of people to have their time for themselves. And I think it was a blessing in disguise in so many words.
I would agree with that. And speaking of the protests and things still going on, you've started feeding the homeless in your hometown and encouraging your peers to do
Right.
the same. You started posting. Now that's giving me life, FYI. Your Instagram is popping like nobody's business. Every Karen, Kelly, Becky, they can all get smoked. What
It's,
encouraged you to start doing that and just really exposing people?
I mean, I just started doing it one day, like, and to the Feed Your City challenge. Like, actually, anybody that want to get involved, you can get involved. The Feed
Okay.
Your City challenge, we did feed some homeless, but it's just for people in need of food. Like, even
It's
if
just okay.
yeah, so anybody could have came through and got food. Just in these times, we know people. It's hard to come by. Money is hard to come by a lot of different things.
Right.
Uh, so we fed over 3,000 families. 1,600 cars came. We was like COVID approved. Everybody's masked up. All the volunteers gloved up, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that was great. Um, and as far as like exposing the racist, exposing racism, and exposing just people uh, doing foul things in any sort. Like whether you black or white, if you right now you're not doing what you claim you're doing in a position of power, whether you be a politician that say you for this and you really not for it, and I get wind of it. I want people to see that. I ain't no politician. I didn't see myself as an activist. I still kind of don't. It's just
Wow.
black man, you know what I'm saying? And
That can relate
yeah,
on
like I
levels that
know
no
what's
one
going
else in the
on. Like
world can
I mean, I
relate to.
I
Yeah.
get mad when I see this stuff. I get upset.
Yeah.
I get sad. You know what I mean? So many different emotions that we as people throughout our day we see, and then we got to keep going. You know what I mean? And but in this time when everybody's on the train of understanding that Black Lives Matter, if you got the
Mm-hmm.
boldness in your heart to speak out and say some stupid shit that is really indicative of how you feel, you shouldn't be able to have no job. You shouldn't be able to walk
Hmm.
around and be okay. And when you feel this way in your heart about people, and you definitely shouldn't be servicing no black people. You got nurses, You got doctors, you got lawyers, you got senators, you got people that have shown the way they feel about black people.
Classroom
Have
teachers teaching our
that,
babies.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? People that feel
Yeah.
this way, that have tenures that last decades,
Hmm.
and want to sweep it over with an apology. You got people that have these companies that are in the middle of the hood that people come to not knowing how you feel. So that's why I feel it's important to do that. And it's important for us to support one another, shop with one another, uplift one another in this time.
Yeah.
Like, because you see the surgence of white racists and white supremacists
Right.
feeling emboldened because they president is telling them it's okay. He's saying y'all good people. So they like, yeah, we're gonna jump out. Well, you're gonna lose your fucking job fucking with me. And I'm gonna find your address and I'm gonna find where your phone number, and it's gonna be a nuisance in your life. And I'm
Yeah,
praying
you know
on
your
one, and I
president.
don't even see none of these people. Like, where
Yeah.
they be at? You see, I'm
He
getting
trying,
hyped.
I say your president. I'm just so used to saying that that president. He's trying to say that Black Lives Matter is a hate group. That's what I heard on CNN yesterday.
White people who have lived in privilege their entire lives see black equality as a threat because black people were never supposed to rise. They had a
Hmm.
Homestead Act. These people got hundreds of millions of land, and they redlined us to ghettos and ghettos and ghettos. And there's
Come
no
on now.
reparations given. And it's
Come
just
on
crazy.
now.
Like, for you to for us to say we matter when there's evidence that there's systemic oppression and that our lives don't matter. There's so many foul cops. It's foul nature that you get prizes for killing black people. You get paid
Hmm.
leave, paid vacation, and pension, millions of dollars. So yeah, I ain't standing for it. I ain't going for that shit.
That's right. Yeah. Sadly, we just saw your recent post, and I came across that last night where police officers killed a man holding his nose. Like, how foul can you
Right.
be, right?
Then you have so many people that love that want to find a way to negate the bare truth. Well, that's a remedy that they use to when people are overdosed.
Right.
Nah,
I'm not my
don't
ancestors, right?
yeah, it's not a minute and 30 seconds of holding somebody's nose, calling them a pussy and a bitch. You're not trying to save their
Mm-mm.
life. Right? Come on, like we not finna have that conversation. If you want to have that
Yeah.
conversation, you racist.
I didn't even turn the sound on that video. That was rough. I want to ask you, just play devil's
It's actually
advocate.
posted in that video. Go ahead again.
Yeah, I want to just play devil's advocate if I can. Let's
All right.
say, of course, you have fans of all genres, all colors, and on July 1st, you tweeted, "Hate gets it's basically hate gets you nowhere."
Right.
And so I wanted you to elaborate because let's say your fans who happen to be white feel like your post and your activism is a form of hate, if you will, but you're tweeting hate gets you nowhere. How would you reply to that fan?
I don't understand. I would never even really entertain that. Really calling that's like somebody saying that Black Lives Matter is a hate group. Like, you shouldn't even have to entertain that. Like,
Okay,
if you feel that way, then you pass me really the point I'm in right now. I'm tired of educating people on a singular
that's right.
basis. I'm tired
That's
of
right.
letting you know that, oh, you post white racism. Yeah, I post that because it's alive and well, and these people get to go on, live their lives, and keep their jobs, and in the service of black people, black children, black money, black business, and they hate us. So my thing is, I don't hate nobody. I dislike very strongly anybody that has a hate for my people. And I've seen the phrase before, like, we should actually be excuse me, I'm losing words right now, but
Yeah,
in a world where we could be like fighting for revenge, we still asking for equality.
that's right.
In a world
That
where
boy.
we the ones being killed, chased down. You see all these scenarios where these white people are brutalizing black people. You don't see these situations where black
Mm-mm,
men are chasing down white people. You don't
mm-mm.
see these situations, and it could be that way. You know what I'm saying? We just want equality. That's all we've been asking for. So, anybody that say I'm preaching hate, like, for real, fuck you. Like, I ain't really fucking.
That's real. And then real quick on the flip, what we're gonna do about our black brothers, for instance, Terry Crews, those who just it may be taking them a little long to come around and understand what this fight is truly about. And
Man,
forget it. Just putting us first. Like, it's okay to put us first.
I don't know what he said or what side of the issues he's standing on to speak on really,
Okay.
but anybody of value in our culture that has value, market value here with these people, speaking as though this is not the way to go with protesting or with speaking out, or it's almost like when Rodney King said, let's all get along. Like, that ain't gonna happen right now. We got to inform one another. We got to fight, and if you worry about your dollar being affected, you worry about your white friends looking at you for standing up for your people, then you ain't really my type of cat. Like, we ain't got to chop it up.
All right.
And I don't believe in cancel culture, because I believe people have the ability to change. But I do believe that I ain't gonna rock with you in that moment. Like, I hope that you do find change within yourself. I know I done did things that people like, oh, I ain't rocking with him no more. But the thing is, life is a ever changing cycle. And every day you had the ability to turn the new page. So I would never write nobody off for something they did entirely. And that's new for me, because I'm totally a cut you off person, like in my personal life. And, I'm like, what up? Because it's so much effort being put into, so much effort and draining of yourself when you try to, it's really hard being a good person. Like, it's really draining. It really takes so much from you. And it's easier to be a cold-hearted person that moves on and just buries things away. But in the end of it all, that's gonna stress you out too. So it's all a choice on how you're gonna live your life and what you're gonna use your voice for. And that takes everybody a little time. And I do believe that social networks are kind of like, it's relative, because my thing is, if you use your platform for this, that, then you can definitely use your platform for this. I'm not saying don't promote your t-shirts, don't promote your single, whatever you're doing, you got that. But if you cannot speak about this issue that is affecting our community in this time, when it's the best time to speak on it, when your favorite white company don't care about Black lives, but they have had to put a message out to say, they have had to allocate dollars to this, and your Black ass feel like you can't say nothing.
Hello.
Like, that don't sit with me. Like, that don't sit well with me. But I ain't nobody. I don't controlling nobody but myself.
That's right. So let's have a little fun before I have to let you go. I don't want to leave, but I know you gotta go right now. So let's ask you a few questions. I posted on my IG, and your fans told me to ask you: are you writing new music?
Most definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
As of now, I got Back Home Out with Summer Walker. That record's doing pretty well. Yes. The record, How Many Times, it actually speaks about injustices and police brutality and murderings of Black people. That wasn't actually planned to be on any type of album. I've had a finished and completed album for months now.
Okay.
But as I said, like, music ain't really been in the forefront of my focus.
Yeah, I can. You seem very locked in. It's 100% genuine. We appreciate you.
And in the same breath, my fans want that from me. So I'm just figuring out the vehicle and the way to deliver that in a way that's true and genuine to my everyday walk of life right now, because I know music is a healer, and I know music, especially R&B, just it touches you in a different kind of way and evokes so many different emotions. So I want to get that to my people. I'm just taking my time with it and being very deliberate and making sure that everything is in priority. Because for me, like, my family, my
how's your son?
He upstairs playing. Yeah, so my family and the well-being of those closest to me is the most important thing. My community, the people that depend on me, being the next important thing. And music really kind of, although I've been in the studio every day the last 2 weeks, but music is really like, I ain't really thinking about it, honestly.
That's okay. That's real. Because the next question, ironically, you're talking about R&B music, and we know what we want and what to expect from you. So they want to know, are you in a relationship? Since you've been in the studio every day, but you're doing this activism thing, you're not really thinking about music, but I mean, your music has been soundtracks to many of our lives. Young millennials have procreated to Trey Songz music. So
I was in the hood the other day. Like, she's like, I made all my babies to you. She was started singing, and it's this it's funny to hear. You know what I mean? Even though I know it's true. She's like, nah, I
Yeah.
ain't lying. I could tell you. So with that being
Exact
said,
songs, right?
yeah, she's like, I can tell you which one. I've witnessed people be very very interested and very emotionally moved by the people that they listen to musically, their personal decisions, whether it be love, whether it be life, whether it be what they like to drink. Don't worry about what I'm doing at home. What I show you is what I give you, for real. And I don't
That's
mean that
what's
in no
up.
disrespectful way,
Of
but
course.
the way that I'm protecting my peace and my sanity right now, and what I give is what I give. So who I'm with, what I'm doing with who I'm with, that ain't nobody business but mine and who I'm with.
I know that's right. We appreciate that. So to end on a light note, let's play Dish or Throwback real quick. I'll give you a current name and a quote unquote throwback, and you have to only pick one, okay?
All right.
All right. Meg the Stallion, Lil Kim.
I pick Kim.
Okay. These aren't really it's your album. So one is older than the other, of course. Just Gotta Make It versus Ready.
I say just gotta make it.
Interesting.
For me,
Ready seemed like when you had arrived, like Trey Songz is
yeah,
here,
but that's
going
the whole
nowhere.
thing about it. Everybody else thought I had arrived. I had been pulled up.
Ah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
there. Like you ain't see me till the album came out. That's why I don't really note that
Well,
album as
yeah.
the album. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
saw you. I saw you, FYI. But
there's a lot of people that did, but when you realize in music, that's another thing. Like when I over sexualized myself and came a certain way, that's when I was noticed by the masses, you know, and accepted, quote unquote, arrived. But when a nigga was singing
okay.
about his mom raising him by himself, and a nigga was singing about I just gotta make it, and like all that, niggas want to listen to the magnitude of which they were listening once I submitted to what it is I guess I was destined to be. But with that being said, yeah, I appreciate the journey of Gotta Make It and the realness of it. And Ready was a great album, but it was very much formulated to do what it did. It
Yeah.
was like, okay, this is what you want. Nobody's doing this. I could do that.
Fair enough. And then last question. I saw you secretly gave grandma some chicken. So I had to ask, was it from Popeyes or was it from
What?
KFC?
It was pop.
I
Popeye.
appreciate your time, Trey. This has been thoroughly enlightening for me. Just being able to connect and just see you in your element and just being genuine. We appreciate you. And you are an activist, in my opinion. And I hope you continue to keep doing what you're doing for the culture.
I appreciate you, baby. I mean, and everybody that's paying attention, everybody that's under the sound of our voices right now, just uh stand strong in what you believe. Like whatever it is deterring you from speaking your heart, from walking into whatever God has for you, from take them little layers down, like take them little blockades down. In a lot of cases, you blocking yourself. And just believe in you. Believe in you, believe in what it is you truly feel, and step out on faith, man. Even in these times, especially in these times, because uh, there'll never be another time like this, I feel, in our lifetime, where as though the world shuts down and you actually have the time to address issues within yourself, address issues within your family, and to find inspiration without being in the systematic, just everyday phase. Wake up at 8:30, go to work at 9, come home, feed the kids. You know what I mean? Like I talked to my manager
The
the other day.
rat race.
I got to teach. I finally taught my daughter how to ride a bike.
Wow.
He's like, bro, I never, like she's 8. I'm like, yeah, I feel you. You know what I mean? So just enjoy it while it lasts. It may be hard, but find ways to be happy regardless.
For sure. All right. Thank you so much. That's the end of the interview. Do you have a moment? I had asked Valerie if you could do a couple drops for us, but I didn't know if that was something you had time to do.
Oh, cool.
If not, no worries.
No, that's cool.
Email it. Okay, she told me to email them, and we'll try to get them done. So that's cool. I can just email them to you, to her. I mean, unless you're trying to give me your email. Let me
Why
stop.
your drops? Can I just do it here though?
You can. You want me to just tell you what to say? Let me see if I can screenshot this.
Is this audio good though, or should I like do them on the phone?
I can let you do them on the phone if that's easier. I just want to do what's easiest for you. I was gonna send them to the production guy anyway. He'll have to figure that out.
Okay. Yeah,
So
if
I can
you
just send
get
them
them,
to her.
I'll make sure you get.
Okay, all right. I appreciate you.
All right, baby. You have a great weekend.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
So get out of here.